Hey guys, I wanted to have some fun with elves today. I've got my elf hat on with my pointy ears and an elf shirt on, Santa's helpers, busy at work. And I wanted to think about the idea of Elf on the Shelf. That's Elf on the Shelf shows up at a lot of people's houses this time of year. And I wanted to think about, are you the elf on the shelf? Are you up to mischief making? Are you just hanging out? Or are you the elf at work, like the one that's busy at Santa's workshop? And I have some stories for us to think about elves. And so I'd love to come to your classroom and read a good book. So give me a shout out if you'd like to read some of my favorites. This is Elf Help. I love this one. That's by Margie Palantini. She's one of my very favorite folks to read about and laugh about. There's Auntie Claus, another great book. This one's by Elise Prima Vera. I think maybe how you say that. But there's elf fun in both of these. But my absolute favorite of all times is Elfis, A Christmas Tale. And this guy is Alan Katz, who takes a lot of, I don't know if you remember, I'm Still Here in the Bathtub. He takes a lot of familiar tunes and then rewrites the words. And he does this with some Elvis songs in Elfis. So I thought we'd play with this one today and have a little bit of yoga fun with this story as we move and enjoy it as well. It starts off at Santa's workshop, and the elves are very busy at work, and they are there is a toy-o-meter that kind of gives them an update on how their progress is going. So here is the toy-o-meter that says 2 days worth of toys to make, only one day before Christmas. So for our first movement today, go ahead and walk like a toy soldier. Now, if you saw the Macy's parade on Thursday of Thanksgiving, the Rockettes were dressed up like the toy soldiers. So you're going to move with those stiff legs and those stiff arms, and then you can just move and just get a little. Warming up your body a little bit as you walk like the toy soldier, and just be very stiff legged and short steps as you make your soldier. You wind it up and give it a little action. All right. Now they're at the workshop and they're busy making toys. So let's be a workshop with our bodies by pretending to do the triangle. So toes are on the railroad tracks and take one toe out to the side. Now everybody do it this one direction. Let's all do right toes out to the side. Okay. Whatever you do this time, when we play it again, you want to do the opposite side. So we're going to take our arms out like crossing the capital letter T. So you got one set of toes facing the device, one set of toes out to the side. And if you're doing the image like of me, if you're using your left, it's all good. We just need to make sure you do the opposite when we play this again. Okay. All right. Breathe in. Exhale as you push the hip away, reach over that pointy toe and roll down to your toe that is pointed out to the side. All right, be nice and open in the chest. It's not so important about how low your body can go. It's more important about how open you can be. And really see if you can have a line of energy that goes all the way down from fingertip to fingertip. All right, you are at the workshop. The elves are busy at work. There aren't elves on the shelves. These elves are busy. And there is one particular elf that is having a lot of trouble with the toy making. His name is Melfin, and Melfin is breaking toys as fast as the elves are making toys. So to break a toy today, we're going to twist this triangle. So take the hand that's high and bring it low, and take the hand that's low and bring it high, and you twist, trying to keep those legs nice and strong and long. And breathing in and breathing out. Now, if you have to reach down to a chair or stack up some books, that's okay. Your hand may not go so low on this one. Some days mine goes lower than others. All right, and take another breath in. And then untwist your triangle, and we're going to think next about, let me check my notes to make sure. Yeah, we're going to think next about what happens when he breaks the guitar. The head elf has just had it. He's had it with Melfin, and so he kicks him out the door. So here's where we're going next. We're going to balancing half moon posture. So your feet are going to stay just exactly like they were, where one toe was facing in one direction. All right, and you're going to lift this leg and you're going to be the door. We're going to kick Melfin out the door. All right, so I'm going to see if I can swap my space a little bit to get this done. And I'm going to bring over my tennis ball stool here so that I can reach down to it as I lift my leg. You can go all the way to the floor if you'd like to work at your door that way today, but I like to reach down to something. And again, use chairs, use books, use things that you have around your space to help you get her done. All right, so we're reaching towards that. I'm reaching towards the tennis ball chair, and I'm lifting the leg and I'm stacking the leg, and I'm being nice and open and wide here. Now, again, you can do this against the wall if you have a wall space near you, and use the wall to help you support. All right, breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. And one more breath in and one more breath out, and then gently lower. Very good. Okay, so Melfin is out and about now, and he's very discouraged and very frustrated, and he's kind of a mess. He takes that broken guitar and he makes his way through the woods and the forest, and he just wreaks all kinds of havoc. The first thing he does is he runs into some beavers, and it destroys the dam that they're working on, and he just makes a big mess everywhere he goes. So for the beaver dam, what we're going to do is we're going to do the bridge pose. So come on back down to the floor space that you have, and then rest your back body on the floor. Okay. All right, so let me make sure we can see. Yeah, okay. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to press your feet into the floor, squeeze the muscles in the legs, squeeze the muscles in the tummy and the bone, and you're going to lift and create a bridge with your body. Now, if you would like a little more arch to the back, you can take your fingers and interlace them underneath the bum, roll up on the shoulders, right? And then get a little arch in the body, and continue to take your breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. And one more breath in. Be really strong in the lower body. And then unlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back down, feel the back body roll down one vertebra at a time, and then uncurl your hips last. And then feel the whole back body really connect with the ground before you pull in the knees, all right, and rock and roll like one of those nuts that gets scattered when Melfin encounters all the squirrels. All right, so those nuts are going to rock and roll from all over the forest, all the stash that they had collected for winter. And then you can rock and roll all the way over, and you can work that as a child's pose, right? You can take your knees underneath your hips on top of your feet, rather. Your knees are underneath your chest, and your head can gently rest on the floor. All right, keep breathing. Breathing in and out. The next animals that he encounters are the reindeer, and he really wrecks the reindeer too. He opens up the gate to the pen. The reindeer scatter and fly everywhere. All right, so to be a reindeer with your body, we'll do the warrior one posture, which means that you need to take 1 foot forward. And again, let's do everything with the leading with the right leg. So if you're doing what I'm doing and mirroring, you're leading with your left, it's all good. Just make sure we do everything opposite when we play these again. All right, so we take one leg forward, toe forward, and stretch one leg back. Yeah, belly button, hips, everything's reaching towards the direction toes are pointing, and the arms go up, elbow creases are by the ears, and you can maybe even pull the antlers down on your reindeer. All right. So they zipped away in all directions, it says, especially Donner, who took off like a comet, and Comet, who for some reason took off like a dancer. So Melvin is really discouraged, and he ends up finding a snowman out in the woods, and he just really vents to this snowman about how frustrated he is, that he really has a good soul, that he really tries really hard, and his final word hung in the breeze. He said, I wish Mr. Knox, that's the head elf, I'm not such a bad guy. I tried hard. I wish Mr. Knox could see I have a good soul. And as his final word hung in the freezing air, night air, a strange stirring occurred. The wind howled and the sky poured down a blizzard of snow in every color of the rainbow. All right, and that is when the snowman comes to life, and the snowman tells him that he's got to be who he is, and he tells him that he says, "Okay, Mr. Snowman, but how? It's easy, my main man. I mean, my main elf. The next, when next on that guitar you strum, something magical you'll become." And Melvin picked up the guitar and gave it a half started strum, and all of a sudden Melvin is now Elfis. All right, so to be the snowman today, we're going to do a breath called cooling breath. So cooling breath means that you're going to stick out your tongue out your mouth, and then you're going to breathe in, inhale over the tongue. All right, and when you breathe in and then let go of the breath, you should feel like a cooling sensation. Yeah. Now, it just depends on who mom or daddy is. If you can Tootsie Roll your tongue, but maybe you have the genetic mapping that you can do a Tootsie Roll tongue. All right. Again, if you can't do it, it's really because of who mom or your mom or your daddy is. It's not anything about your abilities. It's really if your body can do that. Just like Miss Broom has a very short body, it's because of who my mom and my daddy are, right? Especially my grandma and granddaddy, actually. All right, so Tootsie Roll the tongue maybe, or just stick the tongue out and sip in the air. And then let the breath go. It's called cooling breath, and we'll use that to celebrate our snowman. So now we have Elfis, and he's back in action. And so he retraces his steps. The snowman is smiling, and Elfis is off to help Santa get that sleigh ready with all those toys. But along the way, he's got to repair all the damage that he's created. So we're back to the beavers, okay? And so you want to work your bridge pose again, all right? This is the one where you lay on your back body and lift your hips, and I'm going to sing to you as you get her done, because here's the song that Elfis sings. Won't you build that dam across the creek? So let me go to the place I seek. I got a blast to make voice tasks, make mad. Oh, now I do this every time. I even practiced before we started. Here it goes. I got it. Won't you build that dam across the creek to let me go to the place I seek? I got a blast to make toys fast, make some magic or our Christmas will be bleak. All right, so go ahead and lower out of your bridge pose. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I do that every time, even when I've tried to practice and be prepared. So just know mistakes happen and it's okay, right? We keep on keeping on. Just like Melvin here, he's made some mistakes and he's keeping on. All right, we got to persevere. All right, so here we go. They're to the chipmunks now, all those squirrels and those animals that had collected nuts. So go back to your child's pose, or you can rock and roll on your back body if you like to pull the knees into your chest. And here's the song he sings to them. Well, bless my soul and woe is me. You gotta get those nuts back into that tree. So critters, shake your tails, don't stand and shrug. Let's all move and pick 'em up. Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's pick them up. There we go. That's the tune I always try to do with the beavers that doesn't fit. Okay, so now we're back to the reindeer. So now work your warrior one posture on the opposite side. So I did it with the right first, and now I do left, right? And on that one, he says, well, since the reindeer left me, they found a new place to dwell. But now we need them back again to serve the children well. Hey, if you've been shoot off, Rudolph, it's no time to be stupid, Cupid. Let's all get our groove on to Sleigh Bell. Yay! So he's headed to the workshop. All right. So you remember how to be the workshop with your body. But before we do, let's be that toy-o-meter. It's really sad case whenever he gets there. The toy-o-meter says, your little behinds are a lot behind. You're never going to make it. All right, so be the toy soldier again with your bodies, right? Where you just are stiff in the shoulders, stiff in the arms, stiff in the legs, really strengthen through the fingers, as well as you work your toy soldier. And then now we'll work our workshop. So to be your workshop with your bodies, what you're going to do is take, one toe. This will be the opposite side, all right? And the one toe's facing the device, one toe facing sideways, arms out like you're crossing that capital letter T. Kick the hip away. Breathe in as you push out and over and reach down and reach up to work your workshop on this side. Now, in the workshop, he sees that all the elves are really sad. And what he discovers is they're really worried about him and how he got kicked out because he made all those mistakes and how he had trouble making the toys when he wasn't expecting the toys. He was really doing a lot of damage. So again, let's twist this triangle to represent that part of the story. So the hand that's high comes low. This time I'm going to reach to my tennis ball chair and then reach up and over and reach high. As you twist your triangle to get the idea of the brokenness, the mistakes. This can be called a revolved triangle, but it also can be called a twisted triangle, and we're going to use it in that fashion today as we think about this part of the story. Keep breathing. You got this. All right. And then we'll go to that balancing half moon. So again, I'm going to use my tennis ball chair to help me with this. Your feet stay the same as you lift the opposite leg high. Let's see if Miss Friend can lift. Oh, this is my weaker side of my body. But there we go. We can do it. And that's Melvin coming through the door. And Melvin is going to sing some songs to help all the elves make the toys faster so that they can meet their quota so that Santa can get on his way to deliver presents to all girls and boys. All right, you got this. You can do hard things. You can persevere just like Melvin. All right, lower your balancing half moon, and let's hear some of those songs that he sings when he enters the door. There he is outside the window. He enters the door and he starts to sing, and they start to work at a faster pace. Build one for little Bobby, two for pretty Sue, three for all the triplets. We got lots of work to do. Now won't you step up that toy making ooh? If we work together, we can finish up on time. Yeah, that's true. All right, with this new rockin' beat to guide them, the elves started turning out toys at a double speed, and Elfis continued. Santa threw a party at the old North Pole. Everyone was building toys and singing soul. Trucks and games and dolls and planes were everywhere. Happiness and love and soaring through the air. Let's hop. Everybody, let's hop. Everybody in the whole workshop was a building to the workshop up. All right. So they make the toys. The toyometer says, "You're so busy, it's making me dizzy. Good work." And they begin to dance, right? And they get the toys created. Give that guy a standing O. That's what the toyometer says at the end. The toys are done and set to go. So let's work the dancer pose here as we see them dance. So that's a balancing on one foot. So to balance on one leg. Root down through that one leg, and then you're going to lift the opposite leg to your ankle, all right, hand to ankle, and then you're going to tip forward. Belly button reaches towards the floor. You can use the hand of the balancing leg to kind of help. There you go. So don't swing your hip out here. Try to keep your hips side by side and feel that stretch in the top of that leg as you pull the leg back, pressing the ankle into the hand. All right. And so everybody is so proud of Elfis, and that's when he spins in words and reveals that he really is Melvin, okay? And that he really was a good guy all along. Yeah. And we all are. We have good inside of us, even when we don't get things quite right. So let's do that spin and that whir on the other side. So find your dancer pose on this side. Remember, you grow roots on the balancing leg, pressing the ankle into the hand as you reach the belly button towards the floor and stretch the opposite arm out in front of you. All right. It's then when Santa recruits Elfis to help deliver all the toys. All right. He needs him to come along and sing if he's got all those toys to deliver and he needs to do it in record time. All right, so to do that, we'll be Santa breath. We'll do that Santa breathing, where you're going to put your hands on your belly and you breathe in. Move your belly with your breath in and then let it out with a ho, ho, ho. All right, breathing in and breathe it out with a ho, ho, ho. And one more breath in and one more breath out. Ho, ho, ho. There you go. All right. And then Melvin is off as Elfis, and he helps Santa make all those deliveries. And the final song in the book goes like this. You'll have a great Christmas, I promise. Every Paul, Sean, Jane, and Thomas do like this little elf, just believe in yourself, and you'll have a great, 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 great Christmas. Yay! Yay for Elfis believing in himself, and yay for being a part of the work that needs to be done this time of year and not just sitting up on the shelf and just watching all the happenings or being a part of the mischief or troublemaking that can occur this time of year. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed moving a little bit. And I hope that you have get a lot of work done today. All right. Thank you, friends.